This summer, ISAF is going to be undertaking Operation Hamkari, which is Pashto for together, or cooperation. And basically what it means is that the Afghans are to be taking responsibility, primary responsibility for this mission. The Canadians are going to be supporting Afghan National Security Forces, the Afghan National Police, the Afghan National Army in their role. But it has to be Afghan-led, and that's critical because in the long term, the only way Afghanistan is going to be secured is if they have their own security apparatus that is functional. And the only way for that apparatus to become functional and credible in the eyes of Afghans is for it to be active and for it to have successes. They have to learn through hands-on experience. They have to be able to go into the villages and to prove to these villagers and to the people of Kandahar city that they're capable. It's been one of the greatest weaknesses so far of the mission. Many people, many Afghans, do not like the Taliban, do not want to cooperate with the Taliban, but they live in tremendous fear of leaving the Taliban because they receive these night letters threatening them, and not just night letters, but explicit threats that if you cooperate with the coalition, we will kill you, we will hurt your children. And so, of course, people are terrified to leave. Part of this new phase of the operation has been a very strong focus on protecting the population, and that means living with them. That's only been enabled, it's important to note, by the troop surge. Before that, there just simply weren't enough troops. There are literally tens of thousands of troops pouring in. I mean, you're looking at 25,000 troops coming into Kandahar province in the last few months. So now you have enough boots on the ground to actually go and live in these villages and not leave. So when you ask the question, who is the Taliban, they know you're going to be there and able to protect them. We still have to convince them that we're serious about that, and that's key. And there's evidence that that's changing because we're having an increased number of Afghans reporting on their own without being asked where the Taliban is, where IEDs are, where IED factories are, not only to the coalition but also to Afghan authorities, and that's really important. But there are still significant areas of Kandahar where we have not pushed into. We don't have a presence. The village of Nakhone, we just took a couple of months ago. We'd never even been there before. It was a huge Taliban operations center. And this summer is all about expanding into areas where we haven't been before. It's about the Canadians and ISAF troops being able to protect the local population. It's about consulting with Afghans, and this not being about Western countries just walking in and setting up camp, but asking permission and being very cooperative, and also recognizing the very important role that governance plays, which really has been underplayed until this point. You can come in and secure the situation, but if you don't stay to maintain that security, and if you don't provide what people need, if you don't give them governance, if you don't give them basic rule of law so that if somebody's goat is stolen, they get it back, they're going to be frustrated and turn to alternative means and these shadow governments that have been set up. So it's really about providing a complete package, and that's a totally new strategic approach that we haven't tried before.